My legs are giving out. Why your feet age. First and the 5 habits, silently draining their strength. HealthyBoomer. Welcome, dear listeners, to HealthyBoomer, the place where we explore the secrets to living a healthy, joyful life and truly savoring every moment in our golden years. Have you ever felt your legs aren't as agile as they used to be, even if your spirit is still very energetic? If so, you are not alone. Many people, starting from middle age, experience this feeling. And it's not just a sign of aging, but an important reminder from our own bodies. Our legs are aging faster than the rest of us. In folk wisdom, we often say a phrase that sounds light-hearted but is very true. Old age comes to the legs first. This isn't just a saying. Modern science has clearly shown that legs are the first part of our body to be affected when the aging process begins. Why? It's simple. Our legs bear 50% of the total muscle and bone mass of our entire body. And even more astonishingly, they account for 70% of our daily activities and energy expenditure. This means that whether you are standing, sitting, or even resting, your legs are quietly working non-stop. Today's video will help you decode the reason why your legs lose strength so quickly. We will also explore seemingly harmless habits that unknowingly weaken your legs every day, from sitting too long, wearing inappropriate shoes, to a diet lacking nutrients. And most importantly, I will introduce you to 3 types of golden superfoods that are incredibly simple, easy to find, but can help improve your leg health every day, so you can always feel confident, steady on your feet, and live every moment to the fullest. Ready to rejuvenate your legs and improve your quality of life? Let's begin. Why do legs age first? We often hear the saying, old age comes to the legs first. This seemingly light-hearted phrase contains a profound truth, doesn't it? As the body begins to age, our legs, a crucial but often overlooked part, are the first to send out warning signals. Why is that? Imagine our body as a sturdy building, and our legs are its solid foundation. They bear almost the entire body weight every time we stand, walk, or move. Furthermore, 50% of our total muscle and bone mass is concentrated in our legs. This means that legs are not just tools for movement, but also consume about 70% of our daily energy for activity. For example, Mrs. Evelyn, 75 years old, a patient of mine, she used to complain that even though her mind was still sharp and she wanted to participate in many activities, her legs were constantly sore and aching, preventing her from walking for long periods. Every step, every time you climb stairs or stand up from a chair, creates significant pressure on the joints, muscles, and ligaments in your legs. Over time, this pressure gradually accumulates, causing muscles to weaken, joints to stiffen, and bones to lose density, especially if we don't maintain a regular exercise routine and a nutritious diet. Besides mechanical factors, age also leads to poorer blood circulation to the legs, meaning tissues in the legs don't receive enough nutrients and oxygen needed for regeneration. The result is a feeling of tired legs, numbness, or loss of flexibility gradually becoming commonplace. Mr. George, 80 years old, who used to love walking, recently started experiencing numbness in his legs, especially at night. Upon examination, we found his leg circulation was affected. Moreover, legs are also susceptible to chronic diseases like diabetes, which can cause peripheral nerve damage, arthritis, or osteoporosis, all of which contribute to the faster aging of our legs. The unfortunate truth is that many people only pay attention to their legs when they start causing noticeable difficulties in daily life, such as knee pain, loss of balance, or not having the strength to climb stairs. Mrs. Susan, 68 years old, only came to see me when she started experiencing knee pain every time she went up and down stairs, despite being very healthy before. But I have good news for you. We can absolutely slow down this process. Taking care of your legs early with a balanced diet, scientific exercise, and small changes in daily habits will help your legs stay strong so you can live independently, freely, and fully enjoy every step at any age. Silent perpetrators. Weakening your legs every day. Are you falling victim? Have you ever wondered why your legs are getting weaker, even if you're not doing anything strenuous? In reality, our legs may be suffering damage every day from seemingly harmless habits. Small behaviors we repeat over years, silently draining our leg strength without us even realizing it. Here are 5 common silent perpetrators. If you recognize and change them in time, you can help your legs rejuvenate, become more flexible and steadier every day. Sitting too long, the silent killer of your legs. In today's digital age, sitting in front of a screen for hours on end is very familiar to many of us. However, few realize that prolonged sitting is one of the leading causes of gradual leg weakening. When you sit for extended periods, blood circulation to your legs is reduced, causing feelings of numbness, fatigue, coldness, or heaviness in the legs. Additionally, lack of movement means muscles are not activated, leading to muscle atrophy, stiff joints, and a gradual decline in balance over time. Example: Mr. Robert, 65 years old, is an avid reader and used to sit for hours without getting up. He started experiencing numbness in his legs and found it very difficult to stand up after prolonged sitting. My solution: every 30-45 minutes of working or resting, stand up and walk around gently or perform a few simple leg stretches. This is not only good for your legs but also helps you stay alert and work more efficiently. Incorrect standing posture. Seemingly right but wrong. Do you often stand putting weight on one leg, slightly bending your knee or relaxing your hips too much? These seemingly natural habits are actually causes of imbalance in the leg's skeletal axis, leading to knee pain, lower back fatigue, and affecting your entire musculoskeletal system. When standing in an incorrect posture for a long time, the body will self-adjust by using the wrong muscle groups, creating abnormal movement patterns that gradually weaken your legs without you realizing it. Example: Mrs. Nancy, 70 years old, often had a habit of leaning on one leg when cooking or waiting for the bus. Later, she started experiencing pain in one hip joint and a noticeable shift in her posture. My solution: practice standing naturally straight with your feet parallel, weight evenly distributed on both legs, shoulders broad, and abdomen slightly tucked in. The more you maintain this good habit, the less fatigue your body will experience, and your legs will noticeably strengthen. Wearing inappropriate footwear. The fashion trap. A beautiful pair of shoes is not necessarily a good pair, especially high heels, hard-soled shoes, pointed toe shoes, or even overly thin sandals. all can deform your feet, cause leg misalignment, and damage tendons, muscles, and joints. I have seen many younger women suffer from heel pain, Achilles tendinitis, or foot arthritis very early, mostly due to choosing shoes for appearance rather than for their protective and supportive function for the feet. Example, Mr. John, 72 years old, loved wearing soft slippers at home, but he frequently suffered from foot arch pain because his slippers didn't provide enough support. When he switched to slippers with better heel cushioning and arch support, he found his pain significantly reduced. My solution: prioritize shoes or sandals with soft soles, an arch that fits your foot, a proper fit, and good heel cushioning. High heels should only be worn for truly necessary occasions and for no more than 2-3 hours at a time to protect your feet. Nutritional deficiencies. Starving. Bones and muscles. You might eat until you're full, but did you know your muscles and bones might be starving? A diet poor in calcium, vitamin D, protein, and magnesium will leave your body without the necessary raw materials to maintain a healthy musculoskeletal system. Calcium deficiency. Brittle bones, easily leading to osteoporosis. Vitamin D deficiency. Hinders calcium absorption by the body. Protein deficiency. Weak muscles, easy fatigue, and slow recovery. Magnesium deficiency can cause muscle cramps and aches. Example, Mrs. Carroll, 85 years old, due to poor appetite, often ate very little meat and green vegetables. After a while, she felt her body noticeably weaken, frequently experienced muscle cramps, and had difficulty walking steadily. After receiving nutritional counseling, especially regarding protein and green vegetables, her health significantly improved. My solution: increase your intake of dark green leafy vegetables like spinach, kale, broccoli, legumes, and nuts, like almonds, lentils, fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, eggs, milk, and don't forget early morning sun exposure, a precious natural source of vitamin D. 5. Lack of physical activity, neglecting your legs. We don't lose the ability to move because we get old, but because we stop moving. When you walk less and exercise less, the main muscle groups in your legs will gradually atrophy, reflexes will decline, flexibility will decrease, and the risk of falls will increase significantly. The danger is, the weaker your legs become, the more reluctant you are to move, creating a vicious cycle that rapidly degrades your health. Example, Mr. David, 90 years old, out of fear of falling and reluctance to go outside, confined himself to his home. Gradually, his legs became weaker, he had to use a walker, and found it very difficult to stand up on his own. My solution: you don't need to do heavy exercise. Just walk 20-30 minutes every day, combined with a few simple exercises like leg lifts, gentle squats, stepping onto a low platform, and your legs will be trained regularly. What weakens our legs is not always illness or age, but rather the everyday behaviors we repeat unknowingly. The good news is, by changing just a little each day, you are gradually building a dynamic, free, and vibrant future, starting with your healthy legs. Superfoods that should be on your plate. Every day, for strong legs and a healthy body. We often think that caring for our legs is a matter of physical therapy or exercise. That's not wrong, But nutrition is the silent foundation that nourishes muscles, bones, and joints from within. If you lack essential nutrients, no matter how well you exercise, your legs will struggle to achieve long-term flexibility and endurance. So what should you eat for healthy legs? The answer is simple but extremely effective. Prioritize these 3 golden food groups in your daily meals. Dark leafy greens, the silent heroes for bones and joints. Vegetables like spinach, kale, and broccoli are not just gentle on the stomach, but also rich sources of calcium, vitamin K, magnesium, and antioxidants. Vitamin K is particularly important because it helps improve bone density and supports bone cell regeneration, while magnesium helps muscles contract and relax flexibly and reduces cramps. Example: Mrs. Helen, 78 years old, is a great lover of green vegetables. She regularly ate spinach and broccoli in her meals. She shared that despite her age, she still felt her bones and joints were very strong and rarely experienced aches or pains. My small tip: prepare them simply, steaming, boiling, or light stir-frying with olive oil to retain nutrients. A plate of vegetables every day can be a wonderful natural tonic for your knee joints and spine. Nuts and legumes, excellent plant-based protein. Sources: almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, lentils, black beans, soybeans, are mini nutrition powerhouses rich in protein, magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats. Protein is an extremely important raw material for maintaining and regenerating muscle mass, especially in the thigh and calf areas, which bear the most pressure when we walk. Additionally, nuts and legumes are also rich in anti-inflammatory compounds, helping to reduce the risk of muscle and joint pain, a common symptom in older adults. Example: Mr. Paul, 62 years old, replaced potato chips with a handful of unsalted roasted nuts every afternoon. After a few months, he not only felt more energetic, but his legs were also much less tired. My small tip: instead of snacking on sweet cakes and candies, try replacing them with a handful of unsalted roasted nuts every day. It's convenient, delicious, and extremely beneficial for your legs. Deep sea fish, natural elixir for bones and joints. Salmon, mackerel, sardines are abundant sources of omega-3, vitamin D, and high-quality protein. Omega-3 has strong anti-inflammatory effects, very useful in soothing joint pain caused by arthritis. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium more effectively, building strong bones from the ground up. Not only good for heart and brain health, but deep-sea fish is also one of the most powerful anti-aging foods for the musculoskeletal system that science has ever recorded. Example: Mrs. Gloria, 80 years old, lives by the coast and has a habit of regularly eating grilled mackerel. She shared that despite her age, she is still very agile, flexible, and rarely has joint problems. My suggestion: try to eat deep sea fish at least 2 to 3 times a week. Grilling, pan-searing, or making soup are all delicious ways to prepare them, while retaining maximum nutrients. You see, you don't need to search far and wide or use expensive supplements. Just by starting with your daily meals with these 3 healthy food groups, you are already nourishing your legs to stay strong, flexible, and ready to accompany you far on every journey. Because taking care of your legs is taking care of your entire journey of independent living. Conclusion. Well, dear listeners, we have journeyed together to explore why legs are the body part that ages first, and the silent perpetrators that cause us to lose flexibility. Most importantly, we have discovered simple but extremely effective ways to protect and nourish our legs every day. Remember, your legs are not just a means of transportation, but a symbol of your independence and freedom in your golden years. Caring for your legs is not just about preventing illness, but also an investment in a full, active, and joyful life. I'm eager to hear your thoughts. After listening to this episode, what new insight did you gain? And what is one thing you plan to implement in your life starting today to keep your legs strong? Please share with me by commenting below the video description. I always read each and every one of your comments. If you found this episode helpful and inspiring, please don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And if you're a new listener, please hit that follow button for the HealthyBoomer channel so you don't miss any future episodes. Your support is the greatest motivation for me to continue bringing quality and inspiring content to our community. Thank you for listening. Always take care of yourself, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next episode of HealthyBoomer.